If you talk about taking somebody out or taking them down or knocking somebody over the head and knocking them over the head hard, are those threats of violence?
Yeah, Sean, it is. And you know, after she said that about Elon, she said, well, I didn't mean violence. But, however, your words have consequences. And what happened after she said that about Elon Musk, she's a Texan in her own home state. After she said that, this morning, 3 explosive devices were found in Austin, Texas. So she needs to unequivocally denounce the violence. She must apologize immediately, not only to all Texans, but to our country, to the American shareholders of Tesla, because she is promoting violence. And then you showed the clip of what she said about Senator Cruz. I believe she probably will be censured by Congress for saying that. You know, people don't learn. She's using her public persona, her public platform to increase her followers, to increase her significance, and she is threatening lives, safety. You know, when she did this at Tesla, Sean, people's lives are in danger. This is America. We're in a free country, and she's yet encouraging this violence in our country. Think of all the lives that could have been jeopardized in Texas just today.
The Radical Democrat Party has learned nothing, not one single thing, from all of the George Floyd riots and vandalism to Kamala Harris getting destroyed in the presidential election. They learned nothing. That right there, of course, was Pam Bondi, the United States Attorney General. And quite frankly, she is close, so close, to filing charges against South Texas Rep. Jasmine Crockett, because every word that comes out of Crockett's mouth lately is calling for violence. Although she'll claim she never condones violence, she's not a violent person, but when you listen to her talk, it's all about violence.
I'll make sure that I keep it short, but I am truly here for very selfish reasons. Starting with on March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes. Listen, I have learned as I serve on the Doge Oversight Committee that there is only one language that the people that are in charge understand right now. And that language is money.
And she's a peace-loving Democrat. She doesn't like violence. But on her birthday, which is March 29th, she wants to see Elon Musk taken down. And then at the bottom of the clip, you saw join a non-violent protest. Well, if we see what's happening at Tesla dealers across the country or Tesla owners' cars just parked in the street lately, it's vandalism, it's violence. And words like that coming out of a United States representative's mouth are fueling vandals to go out and terrorize Tesla. And she also said she sits on the Doge Oversight Committee, and she's learned that the people with the money are in charge. But what she means is, if you hurt the ones with the money, then they may back down. Because we all know all of these radical Democrats are going to take a fall eventually for all the money they've taken from you said. But that's neither here nor there. This woman needs to be charged with inciting violence. Those words alone, again, she wants to see Elon Musk taken down, is not the form of words that would talk about a non-violent protest. And with all the believers, all the followers of the Democrat Party, they are taking it one way. They're taking it a violent way, and they're taking it as, let's go out and do more vandalism to Tesla dealers because it's going to hurt Elon Musk in his pocket. But it's not only Elon Musk. She recently spent some time on a talk show. I don't know who these guys are, nor do I care to know. But she talked about Ted Cruz for a moment. So let's see what she had to say about Mr. Cruz.
I think that you punch. I think you punch. I think you're okay with you okay with punching. You know, I think And I love Colin. And I think towards the end, he started to punch a little harder. But, like, it's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard, right? Like, there is no niceties with him. Like, at all. Like, you go clean off on him, right?
So that's some nice nonviolent speech, right? Ted Cruz, he needs to be knocked over the head hard. I mean, you need to go off on him. Jasmine Crockett's words. But again, she's not calling for violence. She wants to have a nonviolent protest to take out Elon Musk. But she's a nonviolent person. She's part of the peace-loving Democrats. These are the problems with this country. These are the people that are lying to their constituents when they're campaigning, and they're getting elected for their own personal gain. But there's one more, and the nonviolent Jasmine Crockett basically assaulted a camera person when the reporter was trying to ask her a question inside the halls of the U.S. Capitol.
Hello, Congresswoman.
Horse manure. Well, that sounds like fun.
Wait, Congresswoman Crockett.
But it sounds.
Congresswoman Crockett, you were recently on a Tesla takedown call calling for violence on the 29th. Would you like to clarify your comments?
As you can see.
Congresswoman, will you condone violence at the Tesla?
So the reporter is in the Capitol, so obviously they have press credentials to be there. Asking Crockett if she will clarify her comments about taking down Elon Musk. Will you clarify your comments? And you saw what she did. She pushed her hand into the camera, and then you saw the camera basically go upside down. And since that happened, the camera person and or reporter have filed assault charges against her because that's what she deserves. The Democrat Party of today is lost. They know they are on thin ice. They know their days are numbered. With all the fraud that's being uncovered, people like Jasmine Crockett have nothing else to stand on. So she's resorting to using violent language and then physically using her hand to assault somebody. And if she pushed that camera into the camera person's face, yes, that's assault, and she needs to be held accountable. So if Crockett thinks she's going to get through to people, she's not. The only people she is reaching are the ones who have nothing better to do, the ones with no jobs and no lives who attend all these protests because that's all they have. If she really believes that she's a legitimate politician, she needs to hold herself accountable for all of her rhetoric, all of her radical words, and she needs to come out in public and put a stop to all the vandalism that's going on right now. She's telling people to vandalize Tesla. She's not using those words, but to say, I want Elon Musk taken down is the same exact thing, because we're going nowhere with politicians like Jasmine Crockett.